Hi guys, it's Jazz1122 here, and I'm here for the reading for the Geminis out there from March 4th through March 10th. I hope all of you are having an amazing day so far. And I would like to say a big thank you to those who subscribe. Thank you so much. And I even would like to thank you to those who watch my videos for a few seconds or a few minutes. I appreciate you as well. Always remember that as a disclaimer that if this reading is not for you, it's okay. Maybe another day. So let's see what's going on for you guys for March 4th through March 10th. I just would like to say a reminder in all my videos that starting this week, we have two events going on. When it comes to planetary wise, we have Uranus moving into Taurus on March 6th, and we have Mercury officially going retrograde on March 5th. So I feel it's highly important that you guys check out where those signs, where those planets are in your houses, because that's where you will be affected. So let's see what's going on with you guys. We have the Three of Swords reversed. So you guys are going through some deep healing this week, which is the main thing, because especially Mercury is in Pisces and he's retrograding. So it's causing all of us to go deep, to really feel things we don't want to feel. You know, those memories that you just don't want to go back to and you just rather just keep it moving. However, you may not have realized how those events has shaped you to who you are today, and maybe you altered yourself and you have no idea. So I feel that, especially because all the Mercury retrogrades are going to be in all water signs for the whole year. So this is some deep emotional healing taking place. So it's honestly a great energy to be in, because we need to release those things of the past and past hurts and past emotions, because they really do hold us back. If not physically, subconsciously. And we have the King of Wands here. But however, in the midst of this, you are feeling more passionate about going after what you want in life. And that's the thing. When you heal and you start to get to the basis, I cannot explain the feeling. It's like the King of Rods. It's like I'm ready to take over the world type of feeling. I feel like I finally cleared out my closet in my mind, in my heart, in my body. Now I'm ready to go after what's mine and not be afraid. I feel that we block ourselves because we look at what we did as failures, but there's really no right or wrong. You did what was best for you at the time, and you shouldn't beat yourself up about that. And I feel that's what you're realizing. You also are forgiving yourself for placing yourself in situations, and now you're realizing, like, wow, like, yes, that person did me wrong, but it was my choice to still have them in my life. So it's a big sense of self-responsibility I'm sensing here, which is amazing. That's awesome, guys. So we have the Emperor and we have the Queen of Swords. So we have you guys definitely taking control. Like I was saying with the King of Rods, fire energy. You guys literally feeling fired up through this healing. And you guys are taking the steps to cut out what no longer serves you. And that is awesome. You guys are really filling the space of peace, because with healing you finally feel peaceful, and you realize that anything that can cause a disruption to that, you're just going to cut off. There is no going back and forth with people. It's just, you know, I'm just going to leave you where you are, but this is not my cup of tea and I'm going to go. And maybe you'll find people who would deal with that, but I'm not one of them. That's what I'm feeling from this. And we have the Eight of Swords. So this is probably why the Queen of Swords is here, because you're cutting through the mental prison you may have put against yourself, and now you're starting to free because you're healing. And that's so beautiful. We don't realize how much we put ourselves into a box until we heal, until we're forced to confront those painful memories that come to our mind. But it's only through that we realize how, yes, we may not be physically there, but we're mentally trapped. We have a lot of people that's physically elsewhere, but mentally they're still what happened 2, 3, 5, 10 years ago. So that's why these retrogrades are in water signs, because it's to catch us up to speed emotionally, mentally, to adjust to where we are physically, because we can't enjoy the present, which is a present, because our minds are stuck back there. So it's so important to really go into those darkest parts of your soul, because that's where you're honestly set free. So I'm going to do clarifiers. Just going to shuffle a couple times. Okay. So let's see why the Three of Swords is here in reverse. We have the Nine of Swords. Ooh, Justice flew right out. So through this healing, this is definitely the universe coming in for you guys, because you have restricted yourself. And like I was saying, swords are mental. And you see this guy's hands, he's tied up. This is a perfect representation of what our subconscious mind can do. When our subconscious mind has so much trauma, so deep, we then block ourselves physically. Even when there's no physical obstacle, the subconscious will make it look like an obstacle, if that makes sense. Like, because let's say you had a painful childhood and you never talked about it, and you never like even cared to go back. Trust and believe that stuff is still there, and it has altered every decision that you have made. So the universe this week is causing these feelings to come up. Rather, it was relationships, friendships, family, whoever, that has caused you to feel blocked and caused you to feel that betrayal. Feel it. Like, even if you want to cry, let it out, because it's bringing balance back to you. So that way, when the universe gives you what you've been desiring, you guys are not feeling like this. Whereas you finally get what you want and you can't enjoy it because you haven't done the inner work to accept it and be in the present. Because then you hold on to it like, oh my gosh, is this going to be taken away from me? And then you be in fear. So let's see why the King of Wands is here. We have the King of Rods. So we have, this is pretty much the King of Wands in the deck. So we have that twice. That's powerful energy right there. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. So you guys, through this healing, you're going to start to feel that passion in yourselves again. You're going to start to feel that jump, that inspiration. Now, Gemini is the opposite of Sagittarius, and that's what I am, because I'm going somewhere with this example. Since myself, when it came to my career, I was blocked. I wasn't mad about what happened to me in 2017 anymore, when, my job kind of fell away. But it altered how I worked, because that whole situation was like a discredit to what I've done for that place for the whole 9 years, and that crushed me. So I thought, just because I wasn't mad about it, that I was fine. I was wrong. That created a major subconscious block, because it killed my drive. Like, I'm such a hard worker. Like, I do a lot, and then it just, I couldn't even do the simple things. I lost my consistency. I lost so much. So I had to go back a few times to just check on myself, and that's when I realized, wow, I let that situation take away from me my belief in myself. Rather they appreciated my work or not, the universe appreciated it. And that's why I was able to move on to what I do now. And they were just my stepping stone to get me to where I meant to be. And at that moment, it was for me to always remember, no matter what no one says, no matter if people recognize your work or not, never let what others say to you stop you. And this is what I came to yesterday. And now I feel more passionate. Like, today I got up, I have my checklist, I'm doing everything that I can, and it feels great, because I finally feel back to me. I'm able to finally move forward, and that's such a freeing feeling. So I really feel that you guys are taking that passion and moving slowly, not too fast, You guys are really just taking time to get used to the energy, feel the passion, and then moving slow to make those things happen. But as a reminder, it is Mercury retrograde, so it is a great time just to review what you're feeling and really put that action in when Mercury goes forward. So let's see why the Emperor and the Queen of Swords is here. We have the Sun. Now, I rarely see this card come out, so this is really, really beautiful. I love this card in this deck. I really feel that you guys are taking control of your life and you are building relationships with people where you feel that warmth, where you feel that growth, that expansion, where there's no question do they care about you. There's no question do they treat you how you should be treated, because they do. And you're cutting out anything or anybody that doesn't cause you to feel like that, because that is where the healing came from. Maybe you were settling for people because of those fears. What if I let this person go, or I won't find another person that will love me like that? Of course not. Because first off, if you're telling yourself you're not going to find love like that person, you're not. And second of all, it's not about finding a love about that person, because that person is their own person. You can't replicate that at all, because they're their own energy. The point is for you to find someone that's on your wavelength and not just going by someone else's plans and goals while you're sitting here feeling unfulfilled while they're feeling like the Sun. No, that's where you're taking control and be like, you know what? I need to stop putting so much effort towards the people that I love and start putting effort towards people that love me. Now, that is a big difference. That is such a humongous difference. When you set aside who you love and you got to look at it from a logical point of view, like, you know what? I love you, but you don't give me nothing. You don't put you don't put anything into this connection. This could be friendship wherever. And that's where you guys are starting to realize maybe how you sold yourself short. And now you're ready to experience what true reciprocation feels like, especially with the Sun here. So let's see why the Eight of Swords is here. We have the Two of Wands. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. So however at times you may feel stuck this week, but you're still making sure that you're still putting in work when it comes to your long-term goals. I feel that's also going to be on your mind this week. Maybe that's what got you in your head as well. It's like, where am I going in life? I just feel like I'm all over the place. You know, I don't have a certain goal. So this will be a great time to really get down to what do you want to experience? Well, what do you desire to experience in your reality? And sit on it. What's some of the first things that come to your mind? And find small ways every day to incorporate that. It's normal to feel in your head sometimes about where your life is going, but we just need to start feeling where our life is going. You could tell by what's going on in your environment what your vibration is on. If you're around a whole bunch of chaos, then your vibration's off. But if your life is for the most part peaceful, every now and again you might have a disruption. That lets you know what wavelength you're riding on. So just make sure you don't stay stuck in your head too much, because you always have the decision to free yourself at any moment. So I really feel like overall this was pretty much one of the most simplest readings. It's really, after this healing, Gemini is really going to be able to help you tap into your higher self. Because that's why I also look at the King of Rods too. I really look at it as a spiritual warrior. I call him that card. It's like when your higher self is finally coming through. And it's also affecting the way that you move in the world. Whether you're aware of this or not, your higher self is starting to take over the show. And you may start recognizing that more and more often, that you don't want to go to certain places anymore. You don't want to hang around certain people. And you can't really determine why. That's usually your higher self causing you to feel discomfort. So that way you could get away and get to where you need to be, so you can receive all of what the universe has in store for you. So I hope you guys appreciate this reading, and I'll catch you guys next week.